Okay, let's try. We're going to try this one more time. Last videos didn't work. We didn't have sound. I think we should have sound now. Comment section, put a 1 in the comment section if you can hear me with sound. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. Whether you're new or you've been with me for a long time, thank you guys for joining the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. You can click that subscribe button and then hit the bell. The bell will give you notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. This is our watch list for Thursday, August 10th. These videos are free for you guys, okay? I think you have sound now. There we go. I'm assuming we have sound. If you guys have not seen these videos before, we'll start off with this. TradingView is the screen that you see in front of you. If you're looking to day trade or swing trade, you're going to need something like this. There are plenty of platforms for you guys to use, okay? But I provided a link in the description below. So that link will give you a free 30-day trial to TradingView. If you've never used it before, it'll also give you a discount on the subscription price if you decide to actually go ahead and purchase it. But you need to start by clicking on that link and signing up with TradingView. So you can do that now or you can do it after the video. Doesn't matter. But if you are going to day trade or swing trade or look at stuff like this, you're going to need a platform like this. TradingView is what I use personally. Let's get started on this list. The first one we've got is INTC. So when we go through this stuff, we're going to talk about a bunch of the stuff that we deal with the Strat. That's the strategy that we teach, created by Rob Smith, RIP Rob. So this yellow bar that you see here, this inside bar, it's painted yellow because of my Strat indicator that I created for you guys, also has the candlestick numbers below. So it's considered a 1 candle. And what an inside bar is, it doesn't break the high or it doesn't break the low of the previous candle. It stays within the range of the previous candle. So when we look at these, I always like to say that the inside bars, I look at them as a spring. And they get tightened and compacted. And when that happens, we look for that explosion off of the next candlestick. So when we compact a spring and let go of it, we expect that spring to take a jump to the high side or the low side. So that's what we look for here. Just like we had on this inside bar, we had a big break to the downside. So we'll look for the same thing here. So we'll look for those calls at 35.10 or the puts at 34.23. And normally this target would go to the top of the preceding wick, but these two tops are exactly the same. So we're going to move that target right to there. So that becomes your first target. I'd also like to point out time frame continuity. So this is part of my indicator as well. We've got the hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly all in the direction of the downside. So if this trends down, that tells me that there's a high probability that this trade works out in our favor. Not always going to work out, but a high probability that it definitely does work out in our favor. We'll move on to CVX. So CVX has a 2 up that finished red. So we talked about the inside bars, and now we're going to talk about the 2 candles. So the 2 candles can go one of 2 ways. They can go 2 up, which means they only break the high of the previous candle, or 2 down, which means they only break the low of the previous candle. So what we've got here is a 2 up, but it finished red. So again, finishing red means sellers took over throughout the day, and that, again, it gives me a higher probability that this thing is going to trend back down to the downside. So we can look for puts here at 159.31. And again, we've got really good time frame continuity. Outside of the quarterly, everything else is telling us this is coming back down. We look at the weekly chart. That's what that pink line represents as my trigger for the weekly. We've already gone 2 down on the week. We're going to look to recapture that and continue to go 2 down. We move on to CVX. Let me grab something here. CVX has, we just went over CVX, sorry, Macy's. Macy's, again, has the exact same thing, but you look at the time frame continuity again, guys. It's full time frame right across the board is telling me that this is going to trend to the downside. Now, again, the 2 up red, we put our trigger at 1565. As soon as this next candle opens and triggers, that's our play. That's where we take the setup, not before. And if it runs too quickly It's something you can jump into. It's not something that I like to do, and that's fine. But that's the way I do it, okay? Marlon B says, hello, Mr. Griswold. Hello to you, Marlon. I haven't seen you in a while, but you probably haven't seen me as well either. So Macy's, the 2-up finish red. We've got full time frame continuity. That would be a good play for tomorrow if you were looking for something based on the setup that we have, based on the indicators that we have with time frame continuity and the 2-up finishing red. We could make this higher probability if this was more of a hammer candle, but it's not. It's pretty close. A shooter candle where we have the body at the bottom and this big long wick, but we'd like to see that wick be at least 2 times the size of that body to be a true shooter candle, which is one of 3 actionable signals with the Strat. We'll talk about a few of them after. Again, Morgan Stanley here, the same thing. 2-up, finished red. We're going to look for puts on this one as well. Citibank. Okay, Citibank has this inside bar. So we talked about this hammer candle on Citibank yesterday. And here's a probability thing, guys. It doesn't always trend up. The hammer candles are another actionable signal, just like the shooter candle. We have this body with a big long wick. And this is supposed to tell us that, yes, we should be trending up. We didn't. We stayed inside bar, so now we have that inside bar setup that we talked about previously. Here's another one, the 3-1 setup where we jammed way down. It had a big run to the downside. That's a big explosion that we're looking for. So we'll look for that again off of this inside bar on Citigroup with full time frame continuity. And look, we can go to the month. This blue line represents our month, our monthly trigger off of the inside bar. We're 2 down on the month. This purple line represents our 3-month chart. So we're looking to break the inside bar off of the 3-month chart as well. This is always a domino effect. So the day to the week to the month to the the quarterly, I should say, the 3-month chart. The Strat works in a domino effect. One thing affects the other, and that's time frame continuity. So we can look at Citigroup. We have this inside bar. We'll see if we can break down even further tomorrow on Citibank. DIA, again, 2-up red. We'll look for those puts at 350.54. If you guys have questions or comments while we're doing this live, you guys can put your comments in the live chat, or if you're watching it after, you can leave your comments down below. And please leave comments. Whether you like the videos or hate the videos, leave me something. Type a 1, type a yes, type a thumbs up. Type what you want to see more of, and I can try and do more videos of that. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, or the Discord that I've got. It's free to join. There's a bunch of rooms in there. That link for the Discord is down below, okay? DocuSign, 2-up red as well. Full time frame continuity to the downside. Again, if you don't know a lot about time frame continuity, I've created a video on it. You can go to my YouTube channel and search in the videos for either TFC or time frame, and it'll pop up for you guys. JP Morgan inside bar. So we can look for a break to the high side or the low side on these. The targets, like we talked about, marked at the high of the previous candle or the low of the previous candle. So we can look for calls at 155.52, puts at 153.47. Wells Fargo with the inside bar, same thing. Looking for calls at 44.25, puts 43.57. This 3-month break here, that's for us to go 2 down on the 3-month chart. Okay, so pay attention to that. Alibaba, 2-up red. We're going to look for puts on this one at 94.08. First target's marked out. BIDU, 2-up red. I don't like this one as much because it's close to a hammer candle. Less probability, but not saying that it can't continue to trend down. But it's probability based. Everything is, guys. It's always probability based because we don't know what the next candlestick is going to be. Therefore, it has to be probability based. Nobody knows 100% of the time what's going to happen. They can make an educated guess based on a strategy and based on what that strategy has given to us in the past. And that's exactly what we do in this strategy and every other strategy as well. Datadog, inside bar, time frame continuity pointing down. So we can look for puts here at 84.46. Calls at 88.87 are still possible on DDOG. eBay, 2-up red. We'll look for puts there at 43.34. Good magnitude all the way to this downside here at 42.52. From eBay, we go to General Motors, inside bar on GM, calls at 36.81, puts at 36.21 on GM. IWM has an inside bar, so we can look for the calls there at 192.88, puts at 190.75. Pfizer, inside bar, calls at 36.06, puts 35.51. Be interesting to see how Pfizer plays out. Target, here's another good one, okay? 2 up red. And I sent out a tweet about this, I think it was today. People always ask me, do you just trade inside bars? I don't, okay? I don't just trade inside bars. If I have a setup that's a 2 up red, and I've got full time frame continuity like this, I'm looking at this for a potential trade or a potential money maker, essentially. I'm not saying money maker in terms of, you know, thousands of percent, but money maker in terms of winning, whether that's 10, 15, or 20%. I always tell you guys, base hits will get you to where you want to be. It's not those 1,000%, 500% winners. Those are few and far between. It's the 20, 30, 40% winners that will slowly get you to where you want to be. Okay, this is a grind. It's not a magic formula or a magic potion to make you magically rich. Okay, that's not what this strategy is. It's to teach you how to actually day trade in a market, in a stock market, whether, you know, it's a bull market or bear market. We play both sides, okay? So CL has an inside bar. So we talked about actionable signals with hammers and shooters. So the 3 actionable signals. And what they do, guys, those actionable signals tell us that there's a high probability that that trade's going to work out. When we look at puts or shooters, it's a high probability that we're going to have a put and it's going to trend down. Doesn't mean it always will, but now we have an inside bar and a shooter. So we have 2 things in our favor. We do have time frame continuity not in our favor. So these are all things that we have to take into account before we jump into a trade. And you have to make the decision as a trader, is it something that you want to go into, or is it something that you don't want to go into? Everybody's going to have a little bit different set of rules. For me, I need these 2, the hourly and the daily. That's my indicator on the time frame continuity scale of what I need in order for me to jump into a trade. If this goes down and these 2 are red and these 2 aren't, the week and the month, I'm okay. I'm still taking that trade. But for you, it might be the opposite. You might want all 4 of these in order to make a trade. Okay? Everybody's going to have their own rules. And you need to make sure you follow those rules. Because the people who don't follow the rules, those are the ones who get lost in their trading and end up failing in their trades. Okay, Airbnb, 2 up red. We're going to look for puts there as well at 137.33. Marlon B says, yeah, there is CPI tomorrow, so you can be cautious of that. Not something I really don't trade based off of, okay? We'll see how it ends up being. FOMC is something that I don't trade on except for at noon. There's videos on that and a strategy on how to play that. But back to the list, BAC, Bank of America, inside bar, calls at 31.28, puts at 30.83. Disney, big red candle here, so 2 up red. We'll look for puts at 87.04 on Disney. Time frame to the downside is good there. Close to a shooter candle here on EW, time frame to the downside. So we can look for puts there at 77.69. Goldman Sachs, same thing. Time frame continuity outside of the 3-month chart. So we can look for calls at 348.46 or puts at 342.49. Procter Gamble, 2 up, finish red. Shooter candle, puts at 156.77. Guys, it was a very short list today. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize for the troubles we had. That's not a normal thing. We did get it corrected though. Got the sound, got the video out. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, get in on the Discord. If you need extra help, okay, I do one-on-ones. The Discord does have a private membership where I give the top 5 from this list. You get live trading bots. It gives you trade setups live throughout the day. Okay, I send out tweets every once in a while from those setups that happen, but not on all of them, okay? I've got a bunch of other stuff in there as well. Like I said, the one-on-ones. There's also a 1-hour strat course. So again, if you're struggling, that is the cheapest strat course you will find. Okay, it's $50. It's part of the membership. You get the one-on-one with it. So if you have questions about it, you can line up a one-on-one with me and ask. It's by far the cheapest way for you guys to learn outside of the videos that I've got for free for you guys, okay? And if you're watching those videos, watch the ads. It helps pay for my time that I use to make those videos. So thank you guys for watching. Good luck trading tomorrow. We'll see you on Twitter, possibly in the Discord tomorrow, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.